You all did excellent work in finding and adapting or modifying your images. Something to keep in mind as you work with images is their file sizes. Unlike text, which is easy to render with relatively little digital overhead, images contain significantly more data, which make file sizes much larger than a simple text file. Fortunately, images can be compressed relatively easily without losing much, if any, detail. So, as you work with images, try to make their file sizes as small as possible, which will make them much easier to load and to use. What I have here is a simple file downloaded from the web, and actually this is an image file that appeared in one of your assignments online. You can check the size of a file in a Windows machine by simply right-clicking on the file and then selecting the Properties menu. Take a brief moment for this to appear depending upon your machine. I'm going to select Properties, and here's the file size, 11 megabytes, which is pretty large. What I'm going to do is cancel this, and I know that my 11 megabyte file is considered pretty big for presenting on the web, which means as it loads, it'll load really slowly. And I'm sure all of you have seen instances in which an image gradually appears when you connect to a website. So what I want to do is to compress this file, make the file's data much smaller. So I'm not necessarily reducing the overall size of the file, but rather what I'm trying to do is make the number of data bits that comprise the file to be much smaller in number. So what I'm going to do is go to a website that will allow me to optimize my image or to compress my images. So I'm going to imageoptimizer.net. There's lots of such sites online, and there's even software you can download and do this locally. Basically just do a Google search that says something to the effect of compressing images, and you'll get in the right range of results. What I'm going to do is compress that file that we looked at, the Macaw file, by going to Image Optimizer. Loading the page. Here's the URL. There's lots of others. I'm going to choose my file. I am going to select Macaw. And then what I'm going to do is leave the defaults as is. I'm not going to deal anything with optimization. If I wanted to, I can make files much smaller, minimal, and so on. I'm just going to go to normal. I'm going to select Optimize Now. What it's doing is uploading a copy of my image to their servers. Now it's optimizing, it's imaging. So the file went from 11,000 kilobytes down to 653. It's significantly smaller, more than 10 times smaller than the original version. What I'm going to do is download this file to my computer, save it on my desktop, and I'm done. So when you do your images, when you edit your images, check to see how big they are and run them through an image optimizer, which in turn will take a large file and reduce it to something much more manageable. That's all there is to it.